Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to make sausage mash and show you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the potato, and I'm using this multifunctional board that has spikes on it, so when I sort of peel it, it doesn't sort of move around. So yeah, I'm just going to get started. And I'm only using one potato because I'm only making it for myself. If it was for maybe 2 or 3 people, it would be like 3 or 4 potatoes. So yeah. And this peeler is quite easy. Like, I've used peelers in the past and it's been quite hard for me to do it. But yeah, I'm not really sure where it's from, but it's really good. So I'm going to take this off and then do the other side. Yep. And now I'm going to just put all these peelings in the bin so that I have room to sort of cut the potato. Yep, so I'm going to use this knife. And I mean, it can be a bit tricky sometimes, but you just have to be careful where your affected arm is while you're using the knife. Yep, so now I'm going to put this into this pot. So I'll just turn on the stove. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put olive oil in here, and then put the sausages in. Just going to put it on a low heat, otherwise, you know, there might be risk of it burning later on. So yeah, so I've already opened these, so I'm just going to put 2 in, as it's only for myself. Yep. So in the meantime, I'm going to put the peas in the steamer. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the peas in first and then put boiling water in the bottom one. Yeah, won't put too much in as it's just for myself. Yeah. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to boil some water and then put it into the bottom one there. So I'm just going to take this off first, put it over here, and then put the boiling water in the bottom pot. And I don't put too much in. Yeah, and then I put the lid on. Yeah, and I'm just going to put these in the freezer again. Yep, I'm just going to put the stove on for this one. And I also put it onto a low heat. Just see how these are doing. So what I normally do now is I put some salt on like the potatoes and the sausages, and also the peas as well. So just going to put that over there. There we go. Yeah. And now it's just sort of waiting a little bit. I'll check on the potatoes in a second, see if they're quite soft. Yeah, they're not quite ready. So I don't really time anything, I just see when it's sort of ready with these. But normally it's like 16 to 18 minutes. But yeah, I never really time anything, I just see when it's ready. So I'm just going to check the potatoes if they're ready or not. Just see. Yeah. Yes, they are. So I am just going to turn off the stove for that one. And I'm going to use this colander to drain out the water. So I'm just going to put this on. And this is really good. This is really good for people who with hemiplegia, because you can just use it one-handed. So I'm just going to move this back. And yeah. I'm just going to take this off. Then the first thing I do is I mash it with this. And then I'll put milk and butter in a second. So I have the milk. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. There we go. And while I'm doing this, I need to concentrate on what else is cooking. Okay. So I'm just going to put the milk and the butter back in the fridge. So I'm just going to check the sausages, see if they're almost ready. So it still needs a little bit more. Check the peas. Yeah, they seem pretty done. So yeah, I'm just going to turn that off. This wood. So I think that's ready, so I'm just going to turn it off. And then, yeah, I'm just going to plate it up. So I'll just put this over here and get a plate. So yeah, I'm just going to plate it up. So put that on there. And yeah, I'm just going to put the mash in now. And now I'm going to put the peas on. So I'm just going to bring it over here. And this might be a little bit more tricky, but we'll see how it goes. I could just use this and put it on here. Just have to move that over there. And yeah, that's all done. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.